Now on Good Morning Northwest, Iran responding to U.S. airstrikes today, firing missiles at Israel and vowing the U.S. will pay a price for the attack on its nuclear sites.
Yeah, we're tracking showers and some fog out there this morning. How long? The wet weather that started this weekend is going to be sticking around.
And the search for the man suspected of murdering his 3 young daughters enters its 4th week. What law enforcement wants you to know as they continue the hunt for Travis Decker. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Monday, June 23rd. Robin has the morning off. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray. A look at our first alert forecast after, a weird weekend with weather.
Yeah, weird weekend for sure. It was chilly and we were waiting for rain all weekend. It finally showed up in the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area Sunday night with some wind and some thunder. And we are still seeing the after effects of that this morning. Pretty rare that we see in the late June time frame that we see fog. Plenty of fog other times of the year, but that's what we're seeing in Coeur d'Alene right now. Look at that visibility. It was much better about an hour ago, but now it's pretty hard to see all that far on Highway 95. Some cloud coverage, a few areas of patchy fog around Spokane, but already we've seen some breaks in those clouds. So I don't expect much of the action to be hanging around with as we head towards, say, about 8, 9 o'clock. Still, limited visibility across the Highway 95 corridor from Coeur d'Alene to Hayden north into the Athol area and around Spirit Lake. Limited visibility. Not as limited as you work your way towards the West Plains in Spokane County, but still, visibility is down to about 3 miles at Spokane International. But definitely a lot of fog here on the Idaho side as we get our morning started. Speaking of which, we've got some showers in North Idaho. Still kind of leftovers from last night. Some other showers up in Canada. And that's going to be a theme that we talk about for the afternoon. But as for this morning, this rain going to be randomly moving over the mountains and out of our hair for the time being. We'll take a look at your afternoon and how long some of this wet weather will be sticking around coming up.
Matt, thanks. The manhunt for the father accused of murdering his 3 young daughters enters its 4th week today. Police still trying to track down Travis Decker. Last week, the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office shared more information on their search. People in the Tenaway, Blewett, or Liberty areas should continue to be aware of any disturbances or unusual activity on their property, including any missing items or anything out of place. If you have any information that might be helpful in this case, contact KitCom or dial 911.
We are following breaking news out of the Middle East. This morning, we have new video just into our newsroom. It shows the moment the U.S. launched airstrikes on Iran's nuclear sites over the weekend. And now, for the first time, we're actually seeing it happen. Huge explosions lighting up the sky. Then, just a few hours ago, Iran fired back, launching more missiles. And now, sirens are going off across Israel. Here at home, major cities are on edge. Homeland Security says the U.S. could get hit with possible cyber attacks, especially against things like the power grid and financial systems. They also say things could get much more tense, which means you should expect to see more security at airports, military bases, and federal buildings. And in response to all of this, some lawmakers are backing the president's decision to strike, while others are calling it reckless and even dangerous. Senator Mark Kelly is also a former Navy pilot. He says this could all backfire.
My big fear right now is that they take this entire program underground. We don't know, not physically underground, but under the radar, and we don't know what they're going to do here in the future.
Meanwhile, some Democrats are pushing for impeachment, but President Trump is making it clear he is not backing down. Today, he is expected to meet with his national security team to talk next steps. This situation is moving really fast, and we'll keep following it to bring you updates as we get them in. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Iran is under attack. What do we do?
Protesters gathered outside the White House this weekend protesting U.S. involvement in the Middle East conflict. Protesters also gathered here in Riverfront Park Sunday calling for peace and for Congress to take action against President Trump's bombing of Iran. Hunter Bertram has that story.
Less than 24 hours since the Trump administration bombed Iran's nuclear facilities, these protesters gathering in Riverfront Park angry. Signs calling for peace, some emphasizing investing in domestic programs instead of warfare.
We've seen this happen in history, and it's it kind of keeps repeating itself.
Today, hands off the Middle East lining Spokane Falls Boulevard. There along the street, Jennifer Calvert.
I want to see that our country stays a democracy, and I feel for the first time in my 80 years that we're about to lose it.
Calvert tells me she's on edge today, worried about what's to come following the president's sudden move. Melissa here says she wasn't surprised.
Honestly, I wasn't so surprised. I was just really disheartened that it's continuing, right, this violence.
While making her sign, many gathered next to the red wagon. Seen here, a crowd of about 100 people. Cars driving past also getting involved, pro and against the protest.
The rule of law is not being respected, and it's the only thing that we can count on to make society function.
Calvert speaking on the president's decision to carry out these bombings without congressional approval, now hoping to see Congress take action, holding President Trump accountable.
I don't understand why, really, bottom line, why the legislature is letting him get away with it.
U.S. House Representative for Eastern Washington, Representative Michael Baumgartner, shared his thoughts on X following the bombings. Quote, "I fully support President Trump's decision to bomb Iran's nuke reactor. Trump gave Iran a choice. The Ayatollah chose poorly." This protest wrapped up after a few hours. Those there hope the message they expressed will last longer. In downtown Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, Saturday's strikes mean that Americans could start paying more at the gas pump. Oil prices surged yesterday, and U.S. oil futures jumped 3.6% to about $76 a barrel. Some experts predict that oil prices could go even higher, perhaps as high as $80 a barrel. Now, today, gas prices in the Spokane area are already surging, up just 10 cents this week to around $3.95 a gallon. It was a special day Saturday at Carla Peppersack Middle School. The community gathered to commemorate the planting of a chestnut sapling outside the building. The sapling was taken from the chestnut tree that grew outside of the annex where Anne Frank and her family hid. Carla Peppersack is a 101-year-old Holocaust survivor who knew Anne Frank, and she was at the event with her family. Even though classes have now wrapped up for the summer, many schools across Spokane County are offering free summer meals for students. State Senator Marcus Riccelli expressed kids should be on the lookout for ways to have fun, great learning opportunities, and finding adventure here in our community. He added they should not have to be on the lookout for their next meal. Together, we can make certain that every child in our community has access to food. For a full list of Spokane County locations that are offering free summer meals, they can be found on our website, KXLY.com. Good morning. Northwest time right now is 6:08. Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray today. Wow, look at that fog.
Yeah, so this is right before you kind of get to the big Y diamond crossing there in Meade. And yeah, a little hard to see exactly what's going on here. So it's pretty patchy, but some of that fog pretty thick out there this morning. So something to keep in mind as you head out the door. Could be a very different afternoon than what we've seen lately. That's coming up.
And dozens of health insurance companies agree getting the care you need should be easier. Now they're taking steps to help patients. And aviators from around the country converged on Spokane over the weekend for the end of an all-woman air show. How competitors hope to inspire the next generation. That's coming up after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
Expect even more from KXLY Plus. Live updates from the 4 News Now team. Breaking news as it happens. Weather every 10 minutes. Stay connected for free with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Summer has arrived, and that means barbecues on the back deck. And nobody has a better selection of decking than the decking pros at Windsor Plywood. Whatever you need, Windsor has it, including great railing options.
Windsor Plywood.
Hi, I'm Doug Trudeau with Trudeau's Marina. It's summertime. It's time to get out on the water and experience the fun of boating. We have a huge selection of new boats to choose from. Find the best fit for you and your family at Trudeau's Marina. All our boats are powered by Mercruiser. So if you're in the market for a boat, come in and see us at Trudeau's Marina in downtown Spokane.
At Coeur d'Alene Nissan, the Rogue is ready for wherever life takes you. It's the crossover with advanced technology and loads of room. Luxury comfort, perfect for cruising around town, long weekend trips, and everything in between. And with the Pro Pilot Assist, the Rogue helps drive for you. Hands-free, feet-free, worry-free. Take a test drive at our beautiful dealership just off Highway 95. Nice cars, nice people, Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
Welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Dozens of health insurance companies have committed to making it easier for patients to get appropriate care. The participating companies have promised to work towards a common electronic prior authorization process, which they say will help speed up the decision timeline and provide clear explanations of their determinations. Also, the insurers have agreed to reduce the scope of claims subject to pre-approval, as well as ensure that plans honor existing prior authorizations for the next 90 days for patients who change carriers. The goal is for the new framework to be in place by the start of 2027. The U.S. Supreme Court is preparing to release some final opinions this week. The pending rulings could have profound implications for the Trump administration, the First Amendment, and millions of Americans. The outstanding cases include major decisions on birthright citizenship, LGBTQ plus books in schools, Planned Parenthood funding, access to porn sites, and more. The court is expected to release opinions on Thursday. A federal appeals court has blocked Louisiana from displaying the 10 Commandments in public schools and universities. On Friday, the court ruled unanimously that the law was, quote, plainly unconstitutional. The ruling upheld a preliminary injunction that the lower court issued last year. The law was passed last year.
Takeaways today in your forecast. We're going to be drying out. We're going to be warming up. Things definitely going to look a little bit different than they did this weekend when it was as chilly as it's been in a long time.
This weekend, pilots from all over the country landed at Felts Field to compete in an all-women's air race classic. The race wrapped up with the Neighbor Day event there. The Spokane community got to check out some of these airplanes that these women were flying in and met some of the pilots, including the Sky Queens team from right here in Spokane.
Checking out airplanes and seeing what's going on at the airport and seeing what they can do with aviation. You know, it's not all about like being an airline pilot. There's so many other things you can do, like an air race. Who thought? You know, not very many people know about it.
These racers say they hope that this race and event inspires the next generation of women to get involved with flying and take to the skies. Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:13. Are kids' snack bars really healthier than cookies? Well, Consumer Reports put some popular brands to the test, and the results may surprise you. After the break, we reveal which bars are truly healthy and which one are just dressed up junk food. We're taking a live look at your Monday morning here. Here's Riverfront Park. Going to be very busy this weekend for Hoop Fest. Getting ready all this week. Thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll see you after the break.
If you've been in a motorcycle accident, the stakes are often big.
Big injuries, immense pain, and huge medical bills.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Get the freedom to save and $5,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, trade in an eligible vehicle and get $3,250 total cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Ghirardelli Intense Dark. Bold. Rich. Intensely delicious dark chocolate. Ghirardelli Intense Dark makes life a bite better.
In a world where life moves too fast, one place brings us back to what truly matters. Memories aren't made in traffic jams or office meetings. They're made out here, where the road leads to adventure and every mile is a story waiting to be told. At R&R RV, we don't just sell RVs. We fuel your journey with expert service and a passion for adventure. Because the best moments in life don't fit inside four walls.
Looks like we made it.
Barry Manilow. The last Spokane concert. Barry Manilow. See him performing all the hits for one night only at Spokane Arena Friday, July 11th. Get tickets now at ticketswest.com.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
If you've been in a motorcycle accident, the stakes are often big.
Big injuries, immense pain, and huge medical bills.
That's when you call Russell & Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Vineyard Park at South Hill, now open for independent living, assisted living, and memory care.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:17. With kids home from school, parents need easy, satisfying, and healthy snacks. Parents may think that snack bars sold for kids are more nutritious than cookies, but are they really? We chewed on those claims to reveal the truth about kids' snack bars.
Kids' snack bars may seem like the perfect option for smaller appetites. They go anywhere and can live at the bottom of their book bag for days.
The average kids bar is about 1 ounce and 115 calories, while the average adult bar is about 2 ounces and 210 calories.
But do they deliver the nutritional boost your kids need? Consumer Reports nutrition experts looked at 17 popular kids' snack bars to find out which ones are truly healthy snacks and which are just dressed up in a healthy-looking package. Some were just okay. Take Earth's Best Organic Sunny Days Strawberry Snack Bar. It has very few whole grains and a lot of added sugars for a very small bar. The first ingredient of Alara Bar Bakes Kids Chocolate Chips Cookie Bar is buckwheat, a whole grain. But of the 17 that CR tried, it's also the bar with the most added sugars.
Ideally, you want to look for a bar that's made with oats or another whole grain and contains few processed ingredients.
Like Sarabelli Smart Bars, organic sweet potato, blueberry, banana, made with dates, oats, sweet potato, sunflower seed butter, and pumpkin seeds, and no added sugar. Or if chocolate is your kid's thing, they might like the Junkless Chewy Chocolate Chip Granola Bar. It's made with whole grain oats, and while it still might have more sugar than the other bars CR looked at, it has fairly simple ingredients.
You can even make your own. There are a lot of recipes online, and when you make them yourself, you can control the ingredients like the sugar or the sodium.
Don't want to bake? Your kids can help mix up some trail mix using their favorite whole grain cereal, dried fruit, and nuts. Just add a scoop to a single serving baggie so you're ready the next time those little tummies rumble.
And there's no reason to stick to those kid-specific bars for your little one. Depending on your kiddo's calorie needs, consider breaking an adult bar in half. CR nutritionists recommend Jones Bar PB&J and Kind Healthy Grain Oats with honey and toasted coconut. Here, we're taking a live look this morning at the start to our Monday morning at Riverfront Park. Kind of just that gloomy haziness in the skies this morning, Matt.
Yeah, a little gloomy. Nice to see some rain yesterday.
Yeah, that was needed.
It was much needed. Got a little drama, too. It was interesting to watch for the safety inside your home, that's for sure. Okay, so we still have some rain that's trying to push its way through our area. A lot of this kind of north of the Deary area in Latah County. We've got some showers in the Dworshak Reservoir north of Ortofino as well here this morning. All of this going to be continuing to track this morning from the northwest to the southeast, and so we're going to continue to see these spotty showers here for the next couple of hours. After that, though, most of us are going to be dry for the rest of the day. We also continue to see some areas of pretty thick fog. This is Highway 195 as you head down into Latah Valley here. This is around Hatch Road, and as you can see, the visibility pretty limited in some of these more low-lying areas. We're also seeing some fog around Meade, some fog around the Hayden area as well. So just take it a little easy with that limited visibility. Not that often we see fog like that this time of the year. And then we go into Central Washington, and we've got some hazy skies. We'll talk more about where that's coming from, because it does look like, at least for the next day or two, we may see some more of that haziness coming up. Meanwhile, for us in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, here's what we've got for today. Overall, we're talking about some very low impact stuff that's happening for the rest of the day. Sunshine, a light southwest wind. Temperatures will be up into the 70s for the first time in 3 days. We haven't been in the 70s since Thursday. We're going to end up here with partly cloudy conditions. There'll be 1 or 2 thunderstorms right along the U.S.-Canada border this afternoon. And so places like Bonners Ferry, like Oroville, like Republic, you still have a chance to see a little bit more rain. Most of us, however, are going to be on the quiet side. Here's your week ahead. We warm up a little bit more on Tuesday and then see a kind of evening out as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but our rain chances still remain very low. And then we start heating up in a bigger way heading into Hoop Fest. So yeah, break out the Powerades as we get into the upper 80s and some low 90s out there by the end of the weekend.
It's going to feel like summer, that's for sure.
And hey, it always seems to heat up just a little bit for Hoop Fest. So I guess can't be that surprised, right?
No, we can't. All right, Matt, thanks. Good morning, Northwest time. Right now is 6:22. It took all 7 games, but Chet Holmgren and the Oklahoma City Thunder are NBA champions. Coming up next in Morning Sports, hear from the former Zag on what this moment means to him.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This week, if you're looking for a new Tundra or Tacoma truck, Finley Toyota is giving everyone a $1,000 gas card or $1,000 worth of accessories with every truck sold.
Finley Toyota's downtown.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andy's offers a wide range of top quality air conditioning systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andy's team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can stay comfortable with Andy's hassle-free installation service. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain Resort. Play 2 days in Idaho's largest indoor water park and enjoy 1 night in a beautiful condo for just $57 a person. Ride America's longest gondola for breathtaking scenic views or cruise the Northwest's #1 bike park. Create new family memories around the fire, an outdoor movie, or an evening stroll through the village. Just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene on I-90. Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
AARP Spokane and BECU invite you to take steps towards a sharper mind and a stronger community. Join them for a free monthly Saturday morning walk series at Franklin Park, designed for older adults, where every step supports your health. Led by local AARP volunteers, the walks will be a fun and welcoming way to stay active, socially connected, and informed. Whether you're a casual stroller or a brisk walker, all activity levels are welcome, and no one gets left behind. The first walk is June 28th from 9 to 11. Visit this website for details.
The great outdoors is calling, and it's time to get out. Get there safely with Perfection and Toyo tires. Proudly made in the USA with long tread life and durability for unbeatable performance on the road or when there is no road at all. Backed with Perfection tires' great warranties, easy credit, and low pricing. Perfection Tire and Toyo tires are here for however you adventure, Nobody beats perfection.
4 News Now anchors, not just in the newsroom, but in the community, doing the work, listening to you, asking questions to help keep your family safe. We're the people you trust on your screens and in your neighborhood. We'll always be there on 4 News Now.
Former Gonzaga Bulldog Chet Holmgren is now an NBA champion. In last night's Game 7, he came out like he already owned the title. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Sydney Berger. Holmgren had 18 points, 8 assists, and 5 blocks, which is the most blocks ever in a finals Game 7. Despite getting drafted to the Thunder in 2022, Holmgren missed his whole rookie year and missed several games over the last 2 seasons due to injuries. Holmgren's been pretty vocal about the hardship he's faced so far in his career and says winning the championship on his home court makes every difficult moment worth it.
I've been through so much personally this year, not only the hip, but other things playing too. I'm proud of these guys for holding it down while I was out. I'm proud of myself for never quitting. Broken bones, bruises, it's all temporary, but this is forever.
Holmgren is the 4th Zag to win a championship title, helping OKC beat the Pacers 103-91. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
Good morning. Northwest time right now is 6:26. A provision in the Trump administration's budget bill could put millions of acres of public land up for sale. That includes forests right here in the inland Northwest. We're breaking down what this means for your favorite outdoor spots. That's next. Plus, do you want to be a part of the action? Well, Hoop Fest needs court monitors, and there's still time to sign up. We have details on how you can help call the shots. It's after the break. And before we go to a break, here's a look at today's Tech Bites.
In this morning's GMA First Look, one-on-one with Mahmoud Halil.
Why do you think that you are perceived as such a threat?
Halil was one of the leaders of campus demonstrations at Columbia University during the spring of last year, protesting the war in Gaza. The 30-year-old green card holder spent 3 months in an ICE facility in Louisiana before a federal judge ordered his immediate release. The Trump administration argues Halil's presence in the U.S. poses a threat to foreign policy. He's speaking out to ABC in his first broadcast interview.
So there is no place, you would say, for anti-Semitism in the pro-Palestinian movement?
There's no place for any form of racism, including anti-blackness, anti-Semitism in the Palestine movement.
And coming up on Good Morning America and tonight on ABC News Live Prime, we'll have much more of his interview. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
This week on Neutrogena Remembers.
Will you marry me?
I love you.
If you remember these two, it may be time to start using Neutrogena Retinol Regenerating Cream. It can reverse 7 years of visible aging. Great skin. Oh, to be young.
At DriveTime.com, you can customize your own monthly payment.
So I can pay less than $300 a month?
Yeah, use a slidey thingy. Now just go to the DriveTime dealership.
Okay! That's the deal I made on my phone!
This is a commercial. Go get your real deal at DriveTime.com.
With Dupixent, stay ahead of moderate to severe eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch with clearer skin and less itch. The #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists helps heal your skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Trudeau's Marina.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. It's a commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
My name is Michael McDonnell. I am a stomach doctor or a gastroenterologist. I'm also a hepatologist, so I do the liver and then the gut and the pancreas. The colonoscopy is something that we do on a daily basis. We think it's very simple, it's very straightforward, and once you're done, you're going to say, oh, that was no big deal. We find early colon cancer. It's curable. It's easily curable, and I mean really curable.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. It's a commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off this half hour with the 4 News Now story tracker and the stories people are reading about online this morning. These newly released images of space are from the largest camera ever built. They're from the Vera C. Rubin Observatory that's based on a Chilean mountaintop. The test images offer an unprecedented look at light from millions of stars and galaxies. They come from about 10 hours of observation. Rubin's website says its mission is to create a time-lapse record of the universe over a period of 10 years. Well, go ahead and grab a tall glass of water because today is National Hydration Day. A reminder that drinking lots of fluids and being hydrated is one of the best things that you can do for your body. It's important to regularly drink around 8 glasses a day, but if you don't really like the taste of water, you can always infuse it with things like cucumber, mint, or lemon to make it a little more refreshing. And now that summer is here and hot days are on the horizon, it's important to make hydration a part of your daily routine. Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for joining us. I'm Natalie Grant. Robin has the morning off. Today is Monday, June 23rd. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray. A look at that first alert forecast. Kicking off our week. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning. And hey, speaking of some hydration, it was really nice that we got to see some rain last night. We're still seeing some after effects of that as we're getting up this morning. The fog starting to clear around Coeur d'Alene, but still some cloud cover, clouds as well. Low clouds around Spokane, temperatures in the low 50s. So any fog that we're seeing right now is going to clear fairly shortly, but we do still have some areas of thick fog. Look at Meade right now. You could barely see the sign here of the north-south freeway before you get to the big Spaghetti Bowl exit there where the highway split off. So certainly some places where the visibility is limited, just keep that in mind. You may have to go just a tad slower on your morning drive in a few areas. Visibility down about 2 miles now in Deer Park. The fog is clearing for the moment across the Rafter Prairie. Spokane International, visibility has been fairly steady at about 3 miles. We are seeing some thick fog on 195 between downtown Spokane and the Spangle area this morning. Right now, as we mentioned, 52 in Spokane. That fog clearing up. By the time we head towards 8 and 9 o'clock, we're breaking out into a hazy sunshine, and we'll be looking at some much warmer temperatures than what we saw over the weekend. All that coming up on my full forecast.
We are following breaking news. Overnight, Russian drones and missiles slammed into the capital of Ukraine. At least 7 people are dead and more than 20 others are hurt. According to Ukrainian officials, this was one of the largest attacks they've seen in weeks. Russian forces launched hundreds of drones and at least 16 missiles overnight. And while most of them were shot down, some made it through, hitting apartment buildings and setting off fires across the city. Right now, rescue crews are still searching the rubble, trying to find anyone who might be trapped. In response, President Zelensky is calling the strikes brutal, and he is also saying Russia is now using weapons supplied by North Korea and Iran. Tomorrow, Zelensky is headed to the NATO summit, where he is expected to push for more air defense support. We'll keep tracking this story and bring you updates. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. The Senate is expected to hold a test vote this week on President Donald Trump's domestic policy bill. Now, it's still unclear if the U.S. military attack on Iran will change those plans. The big, beautiful bill would extend President Trump's tax cuts he signed into law during his first term and provide more money for defense and border security. But the spending plan would also make deep cuts in federal spending and some changes to Medicaid. The Senate is expected to debate this bill once it comes to the floor, and that could happen by midweek. A provision in the Trump administration's Big Beautiful Bill could lead to selling public lands in national forests here in the inland Northwest. The budget bill would allow for the federal government to sell 0.5% to 0.75% of public lands. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that would amount to 2 to 3 million acres and could include land in the Colville and Coeur d'Alene National Forests.
Public lands belong in public hands. They belong to all of us. And this provision is being driven by Senator Lee from Utah. This provision, the land sales do not fit Idaho. They do not fit the West.
Local representatives, including Senators Maria Cantwell, Michael Baumgartner, James Risch, and Michael Crapo, have all opposed the sale of public lands. Firefighters in Grant County are warning against lighting fireworks in these dry conditions. A fire sparked over the weekend just off of State Route 28 due to suspected fireworks. Calls came in just before 1:30 on Saturday morning. Now, those who arrived first found a fire burning on both sides of Highway 28 west of the Desert Villa Mobile Home Park. According to Grant County Fire District 13, gusty winds pushed the fire in multiple directions. Firefighters were thankfully able to control that fire in about 10 minutes from when they arrived. And by 4 a.m., the fire was put out. A total of about 10 acres burned south of Highway 28 and a fourth of an acre north of it. The fire district is emphasizing that fireworks, dry vegetation, and wind are all conditions that could lead to damaged property or worse. Well, Hoop Fest is now less than 1 week away, but there's still time to be a part of the action for this year's largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament in the world. Hoop Fest is seeking court monitors to call the shots for the games this year. And one last monitor orientation meeting will take place tomorrow at 5:30 at the Centennial Hotel. Hoop Fest will take place on June 28th and 29th. That's this Saturday and Sunday in downtown Spokane. We've got a link to sign up to be one of those court monitors on our website. It's at KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:36. Glad Hoop Fest wasn't this past weekend.
Yeah, that would have been a little
chilly.
Interesting. A little interesting. I don't know. Maybe sweating it out at Hoop Fest. The way things are looking as we get back to summer weather pretty soon in your forecast. That's coming up.
And still to come here on Good Morning Northwest, banks and credit unions can keep you safe from fraud, sending alerts for suspicious activity. But what happens when those tools come from the very people that are trying to scam you? We'll share tips to protect you from fraud alert scams on our Money Saving Monday. That's coming up right after the break.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
This summer, if you're looking for a new Toyota, at Findlay Downtown Toyota, we've got great special offers going on now on RAV4s, as well as great financing on Tundra and Tacoma trucks.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Post Falls ER and Hospital open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Starting over is hard following a divorce because now it's just you. You are the one making the financial decisions for your family. As I've gone through this process, BECU was incredibly helpful, making sure that I could track down the financial documents that I needed or to open an account with my new name. I'm really proud of how far I've come, how I've been able to rebuild for myself and my family, and BECU is an important part of that.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve.
After my recent accident, I called Craig Swap and Associates. They treated me fairly every step of the way.
One call, that's all.
Call the 9s, 509-999-9999.
I am a second grade teacher at Franklin Elementary with Spokane Public Schools. When we took our field trip to Manitou Park, STA was super helpful in planning and organizing, emailing, reaching out, answering my questions. The kids love riding the bus. The riding the bus was a field trip in itself. It really is part of that in real life experience. I had a parent thank us that we were helping and teaching their kids how to ride the bus at a young age so that when they go to do it themselves and they're older, they already know how. The STA partnership has been an awesome collaborative relationship.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:40. Most of us know about fraud alerts and reporting suspicious activity to our bank or credit union. But in this Money Saving Monday, we're learning scammers are using those tools as another trick. In some cases, sending a fake fraud alert text with a link to steal your banking information. Kirsten O'Connor has 3 tips to help secure your money from those scammers.
Yeah, I mean, we see different flavors every single day.
Scams can be hidden in emails, phone calls, social media messages, or text alerts.
I mean, ultimately, the scammers are really looking for how they get access to your account to drain your money out.
Aaron Roble with WSECU says with tech advancements in artificial intelligence and voice copycats, fraudsters are even posing as law enforcement using real phone numbers. Roble says anyone who's active online is susceptible to a scam.
Or even technologically sophisticated people, because they don't slow down, they don't take that critical thinking step to say, okay, wait a minute, is this real or is this something weird going on?
3 things to keep in mind when you're sorting through emails or someone calls or texts you from an unfamiliar number.
Scammers want to act fast. They want to elicit that behavioral response, whether it's really good because they want to say that you won something, or really bad as in you owe money for something that you did. So slowing down is the #1 thing.
Second, do your own search to verify the person is who they say they are.
Place the call or go to the website. Those kinds of those things right there will significantly reduce the risk of getting scammed.
Last, keep your personal banking information as secure as possible. Check your credit reports monthly for weird activity.
Go in and turn on all those security alerts so that they're getting, some of it can be noise, but getting some of that great intel so they can take action when they need to and call the financial institution before something bad happens.
And once you set up those fraud protection alerts, don't let your guard down.
They will masquerade as, unfortunately, a fraud alert on your account. And then they provide the link that they want you to click on in the alert, and that takes you to a fake website where they mine information off of you so that then they can turn around and log into your account and start, sending money out the door.
Kirsten O'Connor, 4 News Now.
Takeaways today in your forecast. We're drying out. We're warming up. Things are going to feel a lot more like summer over the next couple of days than they did this weekend. Still some isolated showers and fog for the next couple of hours.
We have some exciting news for soup lovers in our community today. Soulful Soup's restaurant in downtown Spokane is officially passing the ladle to some new owners. You'll remember back in April, the restaurant said it planned to permanently close after the building's landlord decided not to renew the lease. But some exciting news yesterday. The restaurant says it will formally reopen on Madison this fall, just in time for some good soup weather. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:42. More than 150 million Americans are under extreme heat alerts as triple-digit temperatures threaten the nation's power grid. The electricity demand that could hit the highest level in 14 years. We have the latest on this dangerous heat wave coming up after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Gold Seal Plumbing is the only local company to offer the Light Ray pipelining system, which allows us to repair your pipes without digging any holes and can be done in less than a day. Our factory certified technicians use a high-speed chain cleaner that grinds away obstruction. Then our no-dig system pushes the liner down the pipe, and within minutes, the liner is hardened, making a seamless and durable pipe that will last decades. To see the full video, go to goldsealplumbing.com/trenchless and call Gold Seal Plumbing today. We're on our way.
Need a new garage door?
Sorry.
Give us a call today.
Country Financial has been helping protect lives and livelihoods since 1925. Here with advice on better managing risk is a Country Financial representative.
There are a lot of people concerned about their insurance right now. And maybe you've experienced large rate increases, or you've been canceled or non-renewed, or know someone who has. Well, you're not alone. Across the entire industry, insurance costs are on the rise, and companies are changing their appetites. And it could be complicated because rates are impacted by a number of factors well outside of our control. And even when you do everything right, the costs can continue to go up. But there are products and techniques available to help you control costs while not giving up on important coverages. And our team is located right here in Spokane, and we can help you navigate these volatile markets and ensure that you select just the right coverages that you need to protect your auto, home, farm, and business. Stop by, give us a call, and together we can create a solution that's right for you.
For more information, visit countryfinancial.com.
You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. George Thorogood and the Destroyers bring their roof-shaking rock party to the Coeur d'Alene Casino live Thursday, July 31st. Winter Music Nashville's multi-platinum star Gabby Barrett is an unstoppable force in country music and will be live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, August 14th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
It's Walker's Furniture's 45th anniversary sale, where you can buy like friends and family with savings up to 45% off.
And get special financing for up to 5 years.
It's a great time to save at Walker's.
Olympus Living of the Spokane Valley. Independent and assisted living for adults 55 plus.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:45. Millions of Americans are facing a dangerous start to the work week, with temperatures in some areas set to soar into the triple digits. The heat is expected to put out some serious stress on a large chunk of the nation's power grid. Here's ABC's Allison Cossack.
This morning, more than 150 million Americans are on alert for extreme heat.
It's 100+ degrees in Vegas, but I think I'm sweating more from the humidity here in Philly.
From the Midwest to the East Coast, feel like temperatures are expected to top 100 degrees. D.C. could feel like 109 today. Some school districts in the Northeast switching to half-day schedules. The demand for electricity with ACs blasting is expected to hit the highest level in 14 years. PJM, the nation's largest regional grid operator, issuing a maximum generation emergency alert.
Valley, something's going on over here.
Sweltering temperatures forcing delays in Major League Baseball. Cincinnati Reds player Ellie De La Cruz falling ill during a game against the Cardinals. And in Chicago, Mariners pitcher Trent Thornton and an umpire had to be treated for heat-related illnesses. New York's governor issuing a state of emergency for more than 30 counties after heavy rain and dangerous flash flooding slammed parts of the state. Outside Utica, at least 3 people were killed, including 6-year-old twins. The violent weekend of weather stretching across the country. 6 people are dead and 2 are missing after strong winds and large waves capsized this boat in Lake Tahoe.
Holy cow.
And in Florida, onlookers shocked as they spotted these double waterspouts off the Gulf Coast. Meanwhile, severe storms are possible later from Kansas to northern Michigan. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
Thankfully, we are waking up to a much different scene here in the inland Northwest. Although it would be nice to get a little bit of sunshine after this weekend.
Yeah, after this weekend where it was, the sun was out sometimes, but it was a lot colder. It was a lot gloomier.
Chilly.
The winds made things chilly. I was at the Indians game on Friday, and the winds were making things a little less pleasant than maybe you would like them to be.
Yeah.
Right? So we're already starting to see the sun, though, peek out through the clouds, as you just saw. We were looking over downtown Spokane. And this has been the pattern through the weekend. We're now on the backside of this low that's moving through Canada and the northern plains, which was bringing us those cool temperatures and those chances for rain. There is that heat dome, kind of the opposite effect here of when that cooler air rushed down into the west. That brought the heat up into the east, and why they're going to have some issues today. Now that we're on the backside of this low, we've had some winds out of the north more consistently for about 24 hours. Unfortunately, this morning, that is bringing down some elevated wildfire smoke from Canada and Alaska. Looks like things have really blown up as far as wildfire conditions in Alaska over the last couple of days. And you can see it's a little hard to see, but you can see this dusty gray area across central Washington, and that is elevated wildfire smoke, not impacting air quality down on the ground, but certainly something that we're going to have to watch here today and perhaps tomorrow as well, as we continue to see these upper level winds coming from Alaska and across BC, where you've got a lot of fires burning right now. So a little bit of haze in our sky. That may mean our temperatures across central Washington, where that smoke is, probably want to lean on the lower end of this. 84 in Moses Lake. Wouldn't shock me at all if we only ended up around 82, 83. 76 for Spokane. Coeur d'Alene hit 75 today. Will be generally mid-70s in most areas, which is right about average for this time of the year. We're also going to end up seeing 1 or 2 showers and thunderstorms right along our Canadian border areas. So folks around Bonners Ferry, Priest Lake, Republic, Medellin Falls, Northport, Oroville, all areas where we could pick up a little bit more rain later today. Everybody else, though, it is not in the cards, not this time. Here's your extended forecast. Heating up to the mid-80s on Tuesday. It's going to feel a whole lot different than it did this weekend. That's a 20-degree jump from Saturday. And then we see temperatures even out, followed by another heat up just in time for Hoop Fest. Stay hydrated. We'll be right back with the Morning Sprint.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
For over 50 years, North Idaho Urology has been the trusted leader in urological care. From routine checkups to advanced prostate cancer treatment, our expert team is dedicated to your health every step of the way. With cutting-edge technology, personalized care, and locations in Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and Sandpoint, we're here when you need us most. Don't wait. Early detection saves lives. Schedule your appointment today at niurology.com or call 208-667-0621.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0% APR on select Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
The 4th of July sale at Furniture Row is on now, and the savings are explosive. Shop and explore the largest selection of sofas and sectionals, dining groups and bar stools, bedroom sets, kids' beds, and mattresses, all at the lowest prices guaranteed. And best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score doorbusters before they're gone. Or get 60 months, no interest. The 4th of July sale, on now at Furniture Row.
It started with a drive down 8th Avenue.
Wow, what is this place?
A permanent year-round market rooted in sustainability, equity, and community. BECU stepped in with trust-based philanthropy and a commitment to the community.
Our partnership with Scale House is helping our members, it's helping our community grow, thrive, get access to food.
From arts to agriculture, Scale House Market is a place where people grow together.
We invite you to Mistaqua Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play, enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Mistaqua.com.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint. Some early morning fog, then a mix of sun and clouds. You might catch a quick shower, but most spots stay dry. We got meteorologist Matt Gray with your first alert forecast. Plus, Hannah Joy live in studio with updates on the U.S.'s strike on Iran over the weekend. But first, we begin with a manhunt for the father accused of murdering his 3 young daughters. It enters its 4th week today. Police still trying to track down Travis Decker. Last week, the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office shared more information on the search. People in the Tenaway, Blewett, or Liberty areas should continue to be aware of any disturbances or unusual activity on their properties, including any missing items or anything out of place. And if you have any information that could be helpful in this case, make sure to contact KIT, COM, or dial 911.
Well, it was pretty chilly this weekend. We're going to see a lot nicer weather today. There is a little bit of fog out there this morning, but that will lift fairly quickly. We'll end up with temperatures from the 50s to the 60s as we head through the morning. And for the first time in 3 or 4 days, depending on where you are, we'll be up into the 70s for this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies, a couple of showers and storms along the U.S.-Canada border. But unlike the last couple of days, the majority of us don't have much, if any, risk of seeing wet weather for the afternoon and evening.
Firefighters in Grant County are warning against lighting fireworks in these dry conditions. A fire sparked over the weekend just off of State Route 28 due to suspected fireworks. Calls came in a little before 1:30 on Saturday morning. According to the Grant County Fire District 13, gusty winds pushed the fire in multiple directions. Firefighters were thankfully able to control that fire in about 10 minutes from when they arrived. The fire district is emphasizing that fireworks, dry vegetation, and wind are all conditions that could lead to damaged property or worse.
We are following breaking news out of the Middle East. This morning, we have new video just into our newsroom. It shows the moment the U.S. launched airstrikes on Iran's nuclear sites over the weekend. And now, for the first time, we're actually seeing it happen. Huge explosions lighting up the sky. Then, just a few hours ago, Iran fired back, launching more missiles. Now, here at home, major cities are on edge. Homeland Security says the U.S. could get hit with possible cyber attacks, especially against things like the power grid and financial systems. They also say things could get more tense, which means you should expect to see more security at airports, military bases, and federal buildings. And in response to all of this, some lawmakers are backing the president's decision to strike, while others are calling it reckless and even dangerous. But President Trump is making it clear he is not backing down. Today, as he is expected to meet with his national security team to talk next steps. For updates on the outcome of that meeting, tune in to Good Morning America.
Strikes across the country over the U.S. striking Iran means that Americans could start paying more at the gas pump. Oil prices surged yesterday, and U.S. oil futures jumped 3.6% to about $76 a barrel. Some experts predict oil prices could go even higher, perhaps as high as $80 a barrel. Gas prices in Spokane are already surging, up 10 cents in just this past week to around $3.95 a gallon. A provision in the Trump administration's Big Beautiful Bill could lead to selling public lands and national forests here in the inland Northwest. The budget bill would allow the federal government to sell 0.5% to 0.75% to public lands. That would amount to 2 to 3 million acres and could include land in the Colville and Coeur d'Alene National Forests. Local representatives and senators, including Maria Cantwell, Michael Baumgartner, James Risch, and Mike Crapo, have all opposed the sale of those public lands. It was a special day Saturday at Carla Pepperzak Middle School. The community gathered to commemorate the planting of a chestnut sapling outside the building. The sapling was taken from the chestnut tree that grew outside of the annex where Anne Frank and her family hid. Carla Pepperzak is a 101-year-old Holocaust survivor who knew Anne Frank. She was at the event with her family. Good news for soup lovers this morning. Soulful Soup's restaurant in downtown Spokane is officially passing the ladle to some new owners. In April, you'll remember the restaurant said it planned to permanently close after the building's landlord decided not to renew the lease. The restaurant will now fully reopen on Madison this fall, just in time for soup weather. Hoop Fest is now less than a week away, but there is still time to be a part of the action for this year's largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Hoop Fest is seeking court monitors to call the shots for this year's games. One last monitor orientation will take place tomorrow at 5:30 at the Centennial Hotel. Hoop Fest, of course, is coming up this weekend, June 28th and 29th. That is this Saturday and Sunday in downtown. We've got a link to sign up on our website. It's KXLY.com. And we'll be back with a final check of weather with Matt. It's coming up right after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Welcome to Walker's Furniture's 45th anniversary sale, where we're celebrating by offering savings up to 45% off.
And get special financing for up to 5 years.
This week at Walker's.
When you're in a car wreck, we're not just here to fight for you. We're here as a family. At Craig Swap & Associates, we treat every client like one of our own.
We're not just a business. We're a family.
When I reached out to Craig Swap & Associates, it felt like I was talking to family. They got started right away. They made sure I received everything I was owed.
Call Craig Swap & Associates and let us show you what it means to be treated like family. Just one call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
And a look at Riverfront Park is going to be busy this weekend as Hoop Fest comes to town. Not going to be cloudy like we are seeing right now. In fact, this will be the cloudiest period likely of the entire week. We will see mainly dry conditions around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene this week. Breezy weather as well. A couple of showers each day up in the mountains or along the U.S.-Canada border. That is about it. So we're back towards a mainly dry pattern, but not necessarily hot. Not until we get into Hoop Fest weekend itself, where we do expect things to start warming up as we head from Saturday into Sunday. So go ahead, start planning ahead right now about hydration.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll see you throughout the day on GMA. It starts right